What's up, Jooba people? Welcome to checkpoint number 3. In this week's lesson, we will be doing some vamps with major 6 like this. Also with major thirds, like so. Beautiful. And we're also going to doing some non-diatonic chords. This is the moment everybody's been waiting for. Woo. That was not that good, but you get the idea. A bunch of non-diatonic chords with some non-diatonic chord progressions. Let's jump straight into it. So what is vamping? Vamping is basically what I showed you in the intro, right? Where you stay on one chord, but you're kind of altering the chord the whole time. So this is a D chord. If you add some notes here, this is like a D. I like to call it a D double sus. Not the technical name, but you get the idea. And then there you're back at a normal D, but it's a bit different. And then there you have that sus sound again. And then here you have a major 9 sound, like a D major 9. There you have a D6 sound. It's kind of like you have this drone note going in the back. Works really well if you have lots of reverb. And the PDF I'm referencing, please download this, you need to have it. So what I'm doing with my right hand, so that's what vamping is. Basically just kind of messing around with stuff on the guitar while the chord stays constant, right? And you can vamp on the G chord as well in the key of D, like. Let's go on the D, F sharp. Get the idea, and it's just a nice way to, mess around with things. So how do I you guys mentioned in the previous one that I should go a little bit slower, so I'm gonna go a little bit slower. How do I pick this? So what I like to do is I like to have these fingers, the index and the ring finger on the 3rd string and the 6th string. So that leaves my middle finger open for the 2nd string, and my thumb is just handling the top strings. So I could do like a pattern like. Just start with a pinch. I could, so that's starting with a pinch on 1 and then just going with a plain Travis pattern where the bass is alternating. So. You can also put the pinch on the 2nd beat of the bar. So 1, second one I started. So putting it on 2. Let me just explain putting it on the second beat. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you could also put it on the 1 and tuka. So there I combined all 3. And that is basically how you develop your picking pattern. You say, okay, what if I do a pinch pattern, right? And then I just move things around, you know? What you don't want to move around is the thumb note. You want to keep the thumb consistent, and that can kind of... What you can do with the thumb is you can say, okay, instead of the thumb alternating, it can go boom, da, da, da. You know, instead of boom, da, boom, da, boom, da, it can go boom, da, da, da. That gives you a very different sound. Listen to this. Sound so much different, but it does sometimes. Anyway, okay, so that's the basic gist of messing around with that. You could also mess around with the strumming, right? So if I'm playing just like a 6/8 strumming, so very beautiful. I love it. Okay. And obviously what you can also do, no, I'll show that in a moment. Let's first do vamps with major thirds. I'm not going to go deep into this. It's almost the same. It's just a different type of chords that you hit when you go through this. So this is a D, D sus, back to a D. With this, the D6, D sus, D major 9, almost the same as the other one. D major 7, ooh. And then you can do a pinch with these 3. That was actually a non-diatonic vamp, so that's what we're going to do next week. We're going to go into non-diatonic vamps. So this is all in key, right? Although we have some non-diatonic chords coming in this one, this is all diatonic vamps, so nothing out of key yet. Oh, you get the idea. Okay, now how do you use these vamps? So there's I made some notes here. Let me just open them quickly up. Oh, so one is, so you can use your vamps to get into chords. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have a G chord that's here, right? Something like that, right? But you want to go from D to this. Then you could go. Oh, sorry. Let's do that again. So you're kind of creating little ways to go into chords. Same with this. So D, G, F sharp minor. Oh, D, F sharp. Okay, that's one way to use it. The second way is to use it as hooks. So Higher Power from Coldplay does this. So just something catchy because it's a really nice melody that's harmonized. So this is harmonized in 6. Not with haste. It's a Mumford and Sons song. So the whole hook is, and then later in the song they go big. It. You could mess around with this. This is fun. All right, let's get into non-diatonic chords. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I want to show you, how to incorporate some non-diatonic chords into your playing. So first page here, basically the first 2 lines are all chords borrowed from the minor key. Now what you want to do, you want to be careful with this. You don't want to go too much into these chords, but I'm going to slap a capo on the 3rd fret or so, but I lost my capo now. Give me a second, guys. I had such technical difficulties today and that just threw everything off for me today. I don't know, where's my capo? Never mind. Okay, but anyway, so let's start with the flat 3 chord. So this is, we learned this in the previous video, so I'm not going to go over that one, but I have a new one there. We did A minor 7 last time, but now we can do a C chord like this. And it even looks like a C chord, right? And this works really nice if you go D. Beautiful. Let's go to the B flat. Go to the C6 and back to the 1. Oh, sorry. Say that again. B flat, C, D. Second line of chords are very common ones. 4 minor, which is G minor. So go into that's a nice one as well. An E chord. It's a 2 major chord, comes from the Lydian mode, and then E minor, A6. And there's another chord, a B flat. You can also play the B flat at the 8th fret like this. And the flat 7 chord, the C. pretty cool what you can do this. I would love to see what you guys come up with. Here are some chord progressions that you can use to kind of just get you in the zone. But if you have any questions about this, please reach out to me in the Jooba community. You have a link to the chat space, and just reach out to me there. And I would love to just answer any questions and maybe expand this with more videos. And it gives me, before I do a recording like this, I watch all the videos from the past week, the submissions, and I see what is the need and maybe if there are any questions. So cheers. Have a nice day. Bye.